I tried this before. Okay.
Nice, nice. Good job. Oh, nice. And I did my block on time.
It's a rare change.
Can I unmute myself?
Yep, go for it. All right. Don't need to see three of me, so Okay.
You went away.
All right, I'm here.
Oh,
All right.
there you are.
Okay, now we can officially get this started.
Officially.
Yes, officially.
There's two of you.
I know I'm gonna change that. All right. Should only be one. Don't laugh. It's not funny. All right. All right, now that we got some of the technical stuff taken care of, hi, welcome to our new starting podcast. How do you how do you feel? How do you feel being on the podcast?
I feel a little uncertain.
Mm.
You've only given me a rough idea of what this podcast will be about, but I'm ready
People
for
are
it.
making
That's what
It's the fun of it, right?
yeah. Yes, yes.
We'll figure it out as we go. It's all right.
I know. That's I was thinking the same thing. So, well, first, let's just kind of, you know, just go over what what brought you here? Why are you here? Why do you think you're here?
I'm here because somehow you tricked me into marrying you. and and now
Yeah.
somehow tricked me into being your second player as well. When I'm deemed good enough to be so.
Oh, that's not that bad, is it? So,
No, we have had a lot of fun.
we have. We have.
As you shared your kind of hobby and passion with me. It's been fun. It's been good.
Yeah. I would agree. I would agree. Ha I know you have a couple of brothers. So, when you were growing up and hanging out and everything, did you play video games with them?
I wanted to play video games with them, and I begged to play video games with them, but they never really let me play. They let me talk on the headset because, you know, in early 2000 it was super rare for a girl to even be on a video game. Now they're all over like streaming and bikinis and stuff, but that was the extent of my gaming growing up. I got to talk on the headset and
That's
played some Super Smash Brothers a little bit.
well, very cool. I know that when I used to play Halo back in the Halo days, anytime a girl would hop on the mic, all the dudes would be super thirsty and they would be just trying to like talk to them or gear up with them, be in the same party. So I definitely remember that.
It's probably the same deal. They weren't even really playing.
Yeah. Um, it was kind of fun.
Just chatting.
It was kind of funny. I had this one guy who was super thirsty for a girl that lived. I think she was like in the middle of the United States or something. And we were on the East Coast, and anytime like she would come in, he would get really weird, and he'd be like, "I'm gonna just play a quick match with her." I'm like, "Dude, you're in my parents' basement. You're just gonna kick me off my Xbox?" This is very.
Like, what did he think was gonna happen? Like, what was gonna come
I
of that?
I don't know what his thought process was, but it was very entertaining to see how he would be like, yeah, let's play Halo, let's hang out, let's do this, and then anytime she would like jump in the party, he'd get like, I don't know, weird. He would just be like, I'm gonna play someone with her, and then
You're
you
like,
could
no,
hop in later, and I'm like, oh, that's a little goofy.
there's probably some stories out there, marriages that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Actually, fun little story. When I was working at Bethesda Softworks, um, there's these two people that played World of Warcraft. One of them lived in Germany, and the other one lived here in the States in Maryland. And they actually, after playing for years and years, they finally met up, and then yeah, they fell in love and they got married.
You knew them personally?
I knew them personally. Yeah, I worked with them in
Alright,
Bethesda.
that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. It's I'm sure it's
That's
rare.
a rarity, though. That's like the exception.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
For sure.
But yeah, so what games are you into now? What games do you like to play?
You know I like to play League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had to pick, that's probably the funnest game that we play. But it's also the most frustrating game that we play. Because anyone that plays League knows about queue times and getting booted off when someone ditches, and it's just it seems like every time we go to play a match, it's like a solid 45-minute endeavor just to get one match in. So even though it's a pain, it's probably the funnest game we play. We play some Marvel Rivals. I think that's fun too, but I'm really bad at it. I feel like I'm really bad at it. But it's so easy because, you know, you just hop on, you get right into a match.
Yeah, absolutely.
nice.
Wait, who I mean I know, but tell the rest of the world, who do you play and what lane do you play in League?
Alright, I either play support and drive my husband crazy, playing Seraphine or Zyra typically, or I go mid lane as Zyra.
Okay, yeah.
Our marriage is most intact and preserved when I go mid lane, right?
That's right. Absolutely. I can't have you bot lane with me. It puts it puts stress on the marriage, and I almost took off the ring a few times and was just like, I'm done. I'm walking away. But no, that's really cool. I know that we'll probably get some more league matches in here. We'll stream it for you guys. Um, so what do you think? Actually, before I get into that, how about this? What about Marvel? Who do you play in Marvel Rivals? Who is your go-to?
My go-to, I have two go-tos. It's either Squirrel Girl or a healer, and usually that means who's the green one? You can't even say her name.
Mantis.
Mantis, yes. Typically Mantis. She's such a good healer. But I'll be honest, I don't think playing healer is very fun. Not nearly as fun as like, you know, Squirrel Girl or something. But I find a lot of the Marvel characters on there really difficult to master, so I haven't really found another alternative to Squirrel Girl yet.
But you do love throwing nuts at people.
I do love throwing nuts at people, yeah.
All right.
And I'm not bad at it.
You're not bad at it at all,
Pretty
actually.
good with the nuts.
So, okay, this is going to be a little bit of a more challenging question. Maybe not for you, but how do you think games influenced you in a positive or a negative way? How does it impact your life? I know living with me makes it a little different, a little more challenging than most, but you know, how how has it impacted your
Yeah,
life?
if you had asked me that, like, you know, over 3 years ago, I would have been like, games don't really have much impact on me at all. But now, the impact has mostly been on probably our relationship and having a shared interest. Even though I don't like every game that you like, I don't like stories. Yes, it's true. I don't like long drawn out story games. But we have found a few that we really enjoy together, so I like that we have something to do together that's fun, and it's not just video games or PC games. Playing board games with you. It's something that we do with our daughter as well. So
Yeah.
I like that impact that's had, something that kind of brings us together, something fun.
I really like that too. It's fun, it's different, especially when we do play some board games. I think that's a really, really great way to kind of, think about doing things together and also kind of being not glued to a TV, a monitor, a device. It's really cool. The setup and teardown is not always fun, but once we're in the game and fighting,
Also, we're not allowed to like eat or touch the cards or like blow on them.
all you board gamers out there know how like a pet peeve it is for someone to
Nuts.
like be eating
Nuts.
chips with like crust all over the fingers and touching your cards or your boards or your figures, and is like
We have to
gross.
do a full body like sanitation before
You should be
touching
wearing a
John's board
suit
games.
every time you play a board game with me, unless it's
Yeah,
somebody
some
else's board
PPE.
game. Yeah, exactly. All right, well, that's cool. I really think that that gives a little bit of a unique deep dive into you and our life, our
I
lives.
think I think you should share a little bit about the impact gaming has had on you from your perspective as someone who's really grown up with it.
Oh, flipping the tables. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I did say it is our
Yeah,
podcast. All
not
right.
just about me.
All right. Well, so ever since I was 4, we had a Nintendo, and I loved gaming. I loved playing Mario and Duck Hunt. It was like a combo game, and I couldn't get enough of it. And I just, from Nintendo to Super Nintendo to Sega, I constantly had a game system, always playing games, and I didn't have not getting too emotional here, but I guess if you want to, I didn't have the best situation growing up. I didn't always have the best surroundings, so video games was a great way for me to escape, to kind of like break that or actually put up a wall around me to kind of make it like wall off the world and escape in the video games. Um, some of my favorite memories. I would play Friday nights. I would ask my buddy Matt to come over, and we would play Donkey Kong Country together, until wee hours in the morning, and listening to Nirvana Nevermind on cassette. I know I'm dating myself a little bit, but I absolutely love those memories. Or there was a time where Doom just came out, and one of my favorite Doom moments was in my parents' basement, playing Doom 3 with a buddy of mine. Like throughout the whole weekend, we had it hooked up to a surround system, and we played in the dark. We had like it was just good vibes, and I think that gaming really kind of helped with that. And I think the most impactful moment, though, the most memorable moment for me is when my father passed away. I kind of turned to video games as a crutch, for better or worse. And I spent a whole summer. I didn't want to hang out with anybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I spent the whole summer playing a game called Legend of Dragoon for PlayStation, and I played from beginning to end. And I just engulfed myself in that, and that's all I did mostly the whole summer, because I didn't want to do anything with anybody else or be around people, and that was kind of like my escape. So yeah, that's kind of like a short little view of what games has done for me and how it's impacted me. And now, as mentioned by Ghost Dragon, me and my wife, my beautiful wife, we're kind of in that space. We kind of use it as a bonding experience, bonding time, and that's just kind of how it is with us, and we really enjoy it.
Yep. I think we'd probably be surprised how many people have had the same experience with video games and have utilized it to cope in similar ways.
Oh, I'm sure. So, also, you know, not trying to change the subject or anything, but we also have a kind of like a cool little thing that we're going to in a few weeks here. You want to tell them where we're going?
Yes, we're going to Origins. That's what you're talking about, right?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
It's in Ohio, game boarding convention. I think we're gonna try to stream a bit while we're there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we're gonna try and get some footage for you guys and show off some of the cool stuff that they have going on, and maybe do a let's play or something. See how the game creators feel about it. Usually they're really cool, but you know we don't want to step on anybody's toes. So yeah, we'll probably be
Right.
streaming while we're at Origins a little bit. What are you looking forward to at Origins?
I am most looking forward to probably that we're gonna learn. Well, John's played it, but it's new to me. I'm going to learn a new game called Blood on the Clock Tower. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
And that one, it just sounds really fun. I definitely like those crowd pleasing games, those party type games. So I think that one's gonna be really fun for me, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's so from what I can remember, it's a deception game, kind of like Werewolf,
Yeah.
where you have a group of people, and depending on the group size, one or two or even three people are like the bad guys, so to speak, and everybody else has a role. And each role has a specific ability, if you will, and you're trying to determine who the bad guys are. So you are working with everybody around you, and the people that are the bad guys are the only ones that know they're the bad guys. So they're trying to deceive you and kind of make you throw you off the lead. And so I think that's going to be really cool. Um, what I'm looking forward to most there, I think I'm doing a Halo Flashpoint, and it's a miniatures game. I love miniatures tactical games, so I'm really excited to be trying that out. Unfortunately, Ghost Dragon won't be playing that with me, which you know she doesn't care, but yeah, I'm really
Oh,
excited to try that.
also, I'm excited about our unmatched tournament.
Yes, we're doing an unmatched tournament. It
We need to practice.
Yes, we do need to practice. I've been slacking on my practicing, but yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun too. Hopefully either way we're going to have fun, but hopefully we place. We'll see how we do. Maybe I'll get some footage of that for you guys as well. Um, Other than that, we have next Saturday I'm doing a charity event for Wounded Warriors. Doing a 12-hour stream, and then trying to raise money for Wounded Warriors. Being that my beautiful wife is in the military and I was in the military, it holds a very special place in my heart. So I hope you come join me for that. And other than that, I think there was one more event next Friday, is the Game Awards, which I will be co-streaming that as well. Yay!
Yay!
So this was kind of like a brief introduction to us, and we're gonna have a little bit longer form content as we go on, as we find our footing, as we grow. We're really gonna kind of expand this out. Leave a comment if you're on Facebook. Let us know what you think about this. If you like it, what kind of stuff you want to see us do on our podcast. What kind of stuff that maybe we should stray away from. Um, and also at the end of every segment, which, if you're there, if anybody's there, we do a Q&A. Whether you want to ask us any questions on stream about us or about the topics that we touched on, feel free to do so. And yeah, other than that, do you have anything, Ghost Dragon? You have any questions? Anything that piques your mind?
Nope, I think you said it all.
Okay. All right, chat. You have anything? Is there anything that you want to ask that you're out there? Going once, going twice. All right, no questions from our amazing chat. It's okay. They'll get there. It's coming. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for joining us, for hanging out, and for supporting us. It means a lot. So we have a lot of cool things coming down the pipeline. I hope you stick with us and continue to support us.